What's up, y'all? How y'all been? My name is Nico, and today we're going to be ranking the best Nickelodeon theme songs, cartoon edition, because we definitely know that Nickelodeon had an assortment of shows. They didn't just do cartoons, but today, that's all we're going to talk about. I believe that anything that I rank can definitely be up for debate. Be sure to subscribe. Comment below what your tier list is. I'll do one that's just like live action, and then I'm gonna try to compile maybe everything that's like C and above, and then do Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and then in general, you know what I mean? Like, or I may just do them separately. We'll see. Just be sure to subscribe, and then you will be notified if I do more of these. So greatly appreciate it. Leave a like on this video. And without further ado, let's jump into it. So I was trying to make a tier list on the tier list website. Then they wanted to like combine with my Twitter account, and I was like, I'm good. I just wanted to make one. So I ended up just making one in another place. Oh, another disclaimer. A lot of these shows are just shows that I have watched. I didn't include ones I haven't seen. I don't know if I have The Loud House on here, but I've watched that, but it wasn't a show I grew up watching. I just recently saw it, so I didn't classify it as something I would be ranking. These are just shows that I have watched. And some are kind of technicalities, because I think some of these shows are not Nickelodeon shows, but they were just airing on Nickelodeon. So that's another technicality. For the first one is Planet Sheen. Planet Sheen wasn't a show I watched too much, but I did watch a few episodes just because I like Jimmy Neutron. I thought Sheen would have been a very interesting person to just kind of follow. So I don't really remember the theme song, so I'm gonna have to play that. I really wish that I can play these on here, but I'm just gonna try to avoid all copyright. You can definitely listen to it on your own time. So just listen to that, and not a fan of it. It's self-aware, which is funny, but not memorable. The beat itself was kind of a little jig, but it wasn't, the driving force of the theme song. So with that in mind, I'm gonna say it was fine, but I'm gonna put that in D. Yeah, we're gonna have to put Planet Sheen in D, because just wasn't hitting it. I forget who did the voice that's in that theme song. He has a very familiar voice, so I'm sure it's in some other place, but just wasn't hitting. All right, next, Peppa Pig. This show is annoying. It's on that whole like shows that I, for some reason, would just catch, maybe watch an episode or two. Definitely didn't enjoy it because there was nothing else on TV, but I cannot really remember what Peppa Pig's theme song was. So let's listen to that real quick. This show would be so fun to do if I could actually just play the songs. So yeah, Peppa Pig, no. It's just an intro of the characters. Probably more memorable because it's like a TikTok sound. No, definitely not up there at all. So I'm gonna put that at D. You know what? To be honest with you though, that's really what it is. It's at E. Because I would rather listen to Planet Sheen than Peppa Pig. So there we go. At least we got some distinction here. Up next, Max and Ruby. Na. Ruby and Max. Once again, show was annoying. I'm trying not to make my opinion of the show dictate exactly how I rank these, but it's really hard. Max and Ruby, it's the same kind of situation as Peppa Pig, where it just wasn't creative. It was a kid show, which is fine. I get that. It's just one hitting on nothing. Next, Oswald. Now, once again, don't really remember Oswald. I saw an image on like Twitter randomly and was like, oh yeah, I remember that show. So let's look at the theme song of Oswald. Okay. I mean, the song itself wasn't bad. Once again, not memorable. You'll see as these tier list goes on exactly what I like in the theme song. Oswald, once again, not very memorable. It was nice and calming to listen to. reminded me how mild-mannered that show is, but I'm gonna put it at D. Madeline, very fun show. I randomly will quote that in my daily life, where I'll say the ending was like something, 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 there isn't anymore. But I don't remember what kind of theme song that show was. So Madeline, not a bad theme song. It's a lot more like a jingle. It seemed more well thought out. Not doing it for me. And I feel like this could be a little iffy, but it could be D or C. But I'm gonna put it at D and then maybe move it a little later based on how I feel about the rest of these. So currently it's a D tier theme song. All right. So far we're doing pretty well. Feels like my worst kind of songs are the ones I do first. All right. Next. What was the title? Was it my dad is a rock star? That I feel like I used to like that theme song. But that show definitely enjoyed. Also want to say that Madeline, I kind of enjoyed every now and then too. So just putting that out there. But I think My Dad is a Rock Star had a good theme song. It's a rock star show. Should. So let's listen. So My Dad is a Rock Star. Definitely up there. Mainly because it's very punk rock. And definitely was a fan of that. Realized that his, I guess, dad name is Rockzilla. And then my rap name is Rocket Killer. I don't think that's where I got that from, but interesting in that regard. It's definitely memorable. It's catchy. Once I started listening to it a little bit more, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. So I'm gonna have to put My Dad is a Rock Star as a tier theme song. It just hits. It's simple. It's kind of like how, not to be talking about another company here, but it's kind of like how Johnny Test is, where it's like, you know the song and you kind of vibe out every time you hear it. So My Dad's a Rock Star, A tier. Next up, Little Bear. I used to really love Little Bear. It was a slow show sometimes, so I couldn't always watch it. But Little Bear, Franklin, and Winnie the Pooh were always those shows I can just let that be like background music. Background sounds. Little Bear. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Right. So Little Bear falls into the Madeline tier because yes, it's a beautiful song, but there's nothing about it that makes you kind of go, this is a catchy theme song. It's a cool theme song. It's just, it's just beautiful. It's just, just whatever. But Little Bear, sorry. I had to put it in D because definitely I love that show more than any of the other ones in there. So try not to be biased, but it's there. Next up, Kablam. This one's going to be tough. And the only reason why I think that is because it is a show that I like. Really, it kind of fits in the same tier as D because it's just like, no, that's... sounds like Bobby's World. And it's once again, not really much. It's just, when it comes on, you want to jam out to it. And does that make it a good theme song to me? I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So Kablam is a little tough for me. It's catchy. You vibe out. There's really no words to it. Just a little bit of onomatopoeias, but that's kind of what the whole show is kind of based off of. Very comic booky, cartoon showcase show. It's very like Saturday Night Live kind of vibes, It's just, I feel bad doing this, but I gotta stay a little consistent. And I'm gonna say that Kablam B is a B tier. And I will definitely, there's an argument to be made that it's definitely in a B tier because I simply like it. What show does it? Like Planet Sheen kind of does the same thing to me, but it's just too much word. I don't know what that means, but but Kablam, B tier, and I'm gonna try to leave it at that. Next up, The Legend of Korra. Great show. I say that and immediately regret it. So how do I really feel about that show? It was cool. I think it had a lot of expectations simply because it's the last Airbender. And it did fine. It just felt a little off. Kind of how I felt about the show in general. It's cool. I'm glad it exists. I just wish it was a little better. The Legend of Korra, though, I don't know that as a theme song. I don't think it did. Okay, help me out with this one. Do I classify the theme song as like the actual music that comes into it? Because if that's the case, The Last Airbender is the same song. It's just ramped up a little bit and maybe a different sound behind it. That is cool, but it's not really a song. So it makes me feel like I should put it in F. Y'all let me know in the comments below, where do I put Legend of Korra and also The Last Airbender, because I have that on this list too. I don't feel like it really had a theme song, and I might probably have to put The Last Airbender here as well. All right, up next, Jimmy Neutron, Superpower Mind, Mechanical Canine, rescues the world from your destruction. Does he say this is the theme song? I never looked up the lyrics of it. Yeah, so he does say this is the theme song, huh? I would say it's not as catchy as My Dad is a Rock Star. It is. It actually is. I'm gonna have to put Jimmy Neutron in A tier. It's catchy, you know, it's memorable. You kind of bop out. It gives you a good little idea of what to expect in the show. It just qualifies. I was gonna put it where Kablam is sitting, but I don't know. It's because it's like it's better than Kablam. I hate that now Kablam is like a weird point. This is why I kind of wanted to put it at C. A and B might be really about the same. I just want to say that this one is better than the other. I don't know. All right, next. Hey Arnold. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. See, I'm glad I'm not ranking these off of lyrics, because obviously Hey Arnold don't say much. But we don't even have to listen to Hey Arnold. I'm sorry. Hey Arnold's soundtrack in general, man, S tier. I gotta put it there. This show would definitely be hard to rank anything else above it, because it's just fire. It's just fire. Invader Zim. Show used to really kind of creep me out sometimes. All right, Invader Zim. It's just a song, which is fine. It's catchy. I like it. It's in very Kablam territory, so I could put it in the B. It does its job. It's not bad. It wasn't a show that I could have gotten into though back in the day. I liked it. I watched a couple episodes of it. When I got older, I started liking it a little bit more. But then, you know, things weren't accessible growing up because streaming wasn't so popular and accessible. I'm gonna have to put Invader Zim in B. It does its job. And it's nice, I like it, but it doesn't feel like it deserves to be under Kablam. Heathcliff, I really don't know how that show goes. The way that show sounds, it hits that part of my brain that makes me like it immediately, but I'm trying to be more critical, try to be more, you know, aware that it might not be that good. And with that in mind, I'm going to say it's a C tier theme song. It's good, but it's kind of like, it's just a song. I'm not going to be like singing it later going. Up next, Franklin. Hey, it's Franklin. Coming over to play. Franklin is definitely an A tier theme song. It's probably not the most catchy to everyone, which is fine. It's not what this tier list is, just to me. So I'm gonna say, yeah, Franklin, an A tier song. All right, up next, Fanboy and Chum Chum. I can tell you how that song even goes. I'm gonna say Fanboy and Chum Chum on the E tier here. It's fine, and I think it's catchy in an annoying way, all over the place. For me, not to say it ain't for somebody else, but for me. Up next, Go Diego Go. Now that one, I can already say where I think this might go, but let me listen to it one more time. Go Diego is definitely an A tier show. I mean, theme song. It's catchy. There's this nice vibe to it. Kind of get you a little excited for what's in store, you know? So I think that qualifies as an A-tier theme song. So up next, the Nickelodeon's Doug. I feel weird specifying that because it was originally Nickelodeon, so Disney's Doug feels like you should be specifying. Crazy thing about this theme song, I used to sing Disney's version more than I sung Nickelodeon's, which obviously is just more and it's good. It's just nice and basic. You know, you can kind of vibe out every time you play to it, and it's not annoying. Has a replayability to it. Disney's is no, it's I mean, it hits too, so I'm gonna say Nickelodeon's Doug theme song. I have to do it. It's an S tier. It's just a simple vibe. I think sometimes people forget that these theme songs don't need to be over the top. Sometimes just a nice little scat or a little bit of a loop works, and I think Doug works. And up next, Fairly Odd Parents. Fairly Odd Parents. First of all, good show. Fairly Odd Parents is an A-tier theme song. I mean, I think maybe universally, you know, not everybody will vibe out to that, but it's a good theme song. I think all these shows right here on the same line to me. So that's why I'm gonna put that there. Dora the Explorer. Dora, boost. I might be tripping on this one. Let me listen to it again. Let me listen to it. Okay, I was gonna give Dora a B tier, but had to listen to it. I'm gonna give it an A tier. It's just one of those things when it comes on, you're instantly like ready for that show and you immediately accept that vibe. So I think that makes it an A tier. I was gonna put it in B, but it kind of hit the same vibe as Diego, so it'd be kind of weird that I put it lower than that. So, all right, Danny Phantom. Now we getting on the heavy hitters here. See, once again, I'm trying to take my bias out of it, where I just like the show, so I might like the theme song. Once again, listening to it, put it right back in A. Danny Phantom is an A tier. Can't put it in S because it just doesn't hit the same as these other shows here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Maybe some of y'all feel like it's an S or whatever, but I'm gonna put it in the A. Good theme song. I'm gonna say that. Chalk Zone. Ooh, now this is gonna be another tough one. I'm trying to make the S tier more, not important, but you know, mean something more. Ooh, okay. I don't know. After hearing that, I might have to put that in S tier. I never heard it in these headphones before. Because you know, this is my dilemma here, right? I just vibed out to it, kind of how I just felt with Danny Phantom. If I put that in S tier, do I put Danny Phantom in S tier? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. You know what? It's my tier list. I'm gonna do that. Danny Phantom has moved up to an S tier. Chalk Zone, S tier. Simple as that. I'm just gonna do it just like that, you know? And it's mainly because, you know, it feels like it's on theme with the show and it's unique, that too. So, and I think that's where like these S tiers are kind of on that same theme of like, it's unique, you know? You don't hear that they obviously probably inspired by something, but you don't feel like they're trying to mimic anything, you know? But I felt like with Go Diego and Dora, they were kind of the same. Fairly Odd Parents is like a little wordy, but it's still good. Franklin, not much, but it's nice. Jimmy Neutron, same thing. You know, My Dad's a Rock Star, actually pretty good vibe, but I don't know if it's like the best. It is a good theme song, so I'm gonna say that. That's it. That's how I'm gonna justify it. I'm sorry. Up next, Cat Dog. Cat Dog. I'm gonna put Cat Dog in the A. That's not as hard to do because it's on brand with the A tiers here. Cat Dog, A tier theme song. Up next, Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder. I'm going to say that Bob the Builder, I'm gonna say Bottle Bill is a C tier theme song. Listening to it now, really kind of, you start to hear a lot of its flaws. Cause it's just, it's kind of very nursery rhymey, but it's a kid show. Keep that in mind. I got that. But it was fine. So I'm gonna say it's a C tier. Up next, Blues Clues. I'm going to say Blues Clues, E. Show was fun. Good show. Had good memories with that show. It's nothing to do with the show. It's the theme song itself. It's just, hey guys, let's go into the house. And up next, Back at the Barnyard. I believe that this theme song had actually a pretty good vibe to it. Interesting. I'm gonna put that in B tier. Like, I can see the vibes being good, but for some reason it's just not hitting for me. So I don't know. I really don't know why. Why would I not put it at C? Cause C is like, it's fine. I feel like it could be so much better, but I don't want to put it on the same level with these guys because these are a vibe. Not the best way to describe exactly these shows. I mean, these theme songs, but yeah, I'm gonna put that at C. Up next, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think just sorry, but by association. Once again, a disclaimer: the sound that comes with it at the end is perfect for it. It's just dun, dun, dun. It feels epic. Great, does its job. It's just not enough to consider it as a theme song. So I'm just gonna put it at F, just for now. Angry Beavers. Angry Beavers. It ain't really much that either. Just, and in my right mind, I would probably put it at B. But for right now, I'm feeling like it's a C tier theme song. It's just, I don't know, it's just not doing it for me. Cause I mean, it does capture the vibe of the show in a way. It's interesting. It's nice to hear, but I don't know. It's just the C tier theme song. Just not feeling it. All right, that's Told by Ginger. Someone has told me the grass is much greener. So as Told by Ginger is definitely an A tier song. You got Macy Gray on the theme song. It was probably a perfect vibe. Captured it pretty well. Really not much I can say about that. It's just good. It's a good theme song. Not necessarily an S tier. You know what though? Arguably, it can easily be up there actually. But right now I'm gonna put it with A. Just trying to go off my first feelings of the show. All Real Monsters. I'm gonna have to put All Real Monsters in the C tier. It's cool. Once again, I keep saying about something about fitting the vibe, so I'm just trying to stay consistent on that front. Yeah, it does fit the vibe. It's good. Very horror-esque type song. Does its job, just doesn't do it for me. So put that in the C. All Grown Up. All Grown Up. I really wanna shout it out. It's funny because this show wasn't something I was really a huge fan of. I enjoyed the watch, but the theme song itself is memorable. I started reciting the words myself, so I'm gonna put this in A. At the time, I definitely didn't know that Cree Summers, who voices Susie in the show, sung the song, which is a cool touch. I'm gonna put it in A because it's good. It's a good song. It's a good show song. And for the show not to feel so memorable, the theme song working and kind of basically painting the narrative of the show itself, I think it's good. So I'm gonna say it's A tier. It did its job. It did the job. Next, Wild Thornberries. You know what? Wild Thornberry, not bad. I feel like if it was more of the background music playing a part, I would have probably liked it more. But with that in mind, I'm gonna put it at C. And once again, I said it's going to be interesting because I really wasn't a fan of this show. At some point on this channel, you'll see me rewatch the Wild Thornberries, and it's I hope I have a different opinion about it, because when I tell people I didn't really like this show, they're like, why? Like, I really don't know. It just didn't speak to me. It was very like PBS, and maybe if it was on there, I would have probably liked it more. Just on my interest of shows, it just didn't hit it. Same thing with All Red Monsters, and a lot of other Nickelodeon shows, but just didn't do it for me. Up next, Tough Puppy. I'm going to put this show in E. It's just, I'm not even gonna say it's fine, because it really is like, maybe at this point, definitely I wasn't their demographic. I do remember watching a few episodes of this. It kind of played off of Secret Agent Man, but it did a little different notes, and probably played homage to another show more than that, but I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. So I'm gonna put it in E. All right, next, Mighty B. I'm gonna put Mighty B in E again. I'm gonna put another thing in E again. Once again, not doing it for me. It's just, put the theme song, it's just like, it's fine. So with that in mind, I'm gonna put that in E. Up next, the Backyardigans. I already know where I'm putting this one. I'm going to say it's definitely an A tier theme song. The only reason why I think I'm not going to put it in S is because it's good. It's like how I feel about As Told by Ginger. It's a good theme song. It's just not the same like punch as, you know what? No. I don't know. Because once again, I feel like if I put Backyardigans at S, I need to put As Told by Ginger at S. But it's just good. It's just a good theme song. And it works so well with the show. I don't know if it's like a thing that translates to anything else. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that, but it's very specific to the show itself. And it's good in that sense. So I'm gonna keep it at A. Yeah. So the next one is SpongeBob SquarePants. Lives in a pineapple under the sea. You know what though? As much as I like SpongeBob, I'm going to have to put that theme song at B. You know what though? It's mainly probably because it has not ended. So still kind of hear it enough. Because the show itself is definitely an S tier show. But the theme song it doesn't really carry well to me. So I'm gonna put that at B. And I'm gonna say that. It could be an argument that I could put it in A. I can see that. But I'm gonna put that at B. All right, we only got a few left here. So up next, My Life as a Teenage Robot. My life as a teenage robot. I think that this falls into the same category as like My Dad is a Rock Star, because it's very punk rocky. It's got a vibe to it like that. So I'm gonna put that in A. Up next, Rocko's Modern Life. Rocko's Modern Life. Rocko's Modern Life. I'm gonna go with B. It kind of gives me Kablam vibes, where it's good. It's a good little song for it, but it just doesn't do much after that. You know, it's just, you know, it could be another argument to be made that it probably is in the A tier, but I don't know. I'm feeling Rocko's Modern Life as a B tier theme song. Next, the Rugrats. Whew, this might be a little controversial. You know what? I would totally understand if y'all think this was a very biased opinion, but I'm gonna have to put Rugrats as S tier. It is just music, which once again actually kind of captures the Doug vibe. So it's cool. It's a song and it captures that vibe of like kid, playful, welcoming, let's have fun, shenanigans. It does it all, and it's unique. Granted, if it does mimic something that I do not know of, I don't know it. But the Rugrats is just a unique theme song, and I like it. S tier. Up next, Rocket Power. First of all, one of my top favorite shows of all time. Very X Games heavy show. So the theme song definitely fits that vibe. I'm going to say that Rocket Power is a A-tier thing. It's an argument again that could be made that is definitely a B, because it doesn't really do much except for just da-da-da. But just the sound and the vibe that it's going for this very unique show, I like the combination of it. Kind of dictating why a lot of these shows are where they are, because it's unique to the show, and like how much does it enhance the show is kind of another question that I asked. It did it well. It just did it well. Rocket Power's theme song is an A tier. And last but not least, Ren and Stimpy. I have no idea how that show goes. Well, this one it might not be too hard. I'm gonna put Ren and Stimpy as a C tier theme song. I like the vibe of it. It's good. It's nice and upbeat. Definitely fits the time that it came out. Kind of it, really. Here is my Nickelodeon cartoon theme list. I wish I did like a guess of where I think things would be at. Actually, that would have kind of defeated the purpose of me ranking them, but it's interesting. The Avatar shows were difficult to rank just for the simple fact that they didn't really do much in the song. But granted, it is definitely an A-tier sound. It works for the show, but it's just not themey like the other ones kind of at least try to do. All that being said, I could definitely see at some point that maybe these could change a little bit, because A and S feel like could be changed in some way. It's fine. It does what it needs to do. But yeah, I think it's very interesting to see here. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below. You know, what do y'all think you would put in your tier list? Also, you know, what do you think could have changed in my tier list? I greatly appreciate the free feedback, but I hope y'all liked this video. And if y'all did, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
What's SABCDO? What's first and last?
S tier is the best. F is the worst.
Avatar's the worst?
I said the reason why is because it just does like a little jingle at the end. It's like, it's not really, doesn't do much.
Oh, theme songs.
Yes.
Sorry.
All these are theme songs.
Was not. Sorry. Okay, let me pay attention.
All right.
I don't hear the Wild Thornberries for some reason, but the Backyardigans definitely should be on the S. Definitely Franklin and Jimmy Neutron should be on the S. What's wrong with you? And Dora, Cat Dog should be on F. I can't stand that sound. Who's mackling me?
Mackling me? Where you at?
D. Oswald should go up there.
That's
Oswald's
Madeline.
Amazing. I don't know Madeline.
Oswald
is amazing.
It's just like a symphony thing. It's nothing really.
It's very calming.
Yeah, I said that's what it was, but it just didn't do nothing for me.
Backyard. That's I like them. Really, you put Ass Told by Ginger on your A? Your A list needs to be the S list. You need to switch your S and A list.
Well,
and switch Danny Phantom out, and then then it's perfect.
I mainly did that specific because I wanted to be like, these are the best for me.
And then add SpongeBob, because these are all top tier.
Yeah, I made a point about Ass Told by Ginger and Backyardigans can easily probably be up in S, but I just didn't want it to.
On the way. Go Diego go.
I said they about the same.
Is Bob the Builder on here? Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Third best, I would say. I would put him in a B category.
I listened to it. Well, I listened to some of these again, and I went, not really. I remember it, but
I feel like what makes a great theme song is what you put in real life stuff. If I have some contractors, I'll be like, Bob the Builder, head ass all day, and then I'll just be like, Danny Phantom. I'll make it make sense somewhere. So I disagree with this list, but your A column I definitely agree with, but I would have made it my first.
You want to sign us out?
If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
There you go. Even though I already did this. This is like a post-credit scene.
Oh, bloopers?
Well, no booping.
What's bloopers and what's the word? Raw.
Raw.
What you call it? You call it
scenes.
No, you call it
Behind
stock
the scenes.
footage. That's what you call it. You call it stock footage.
What are you talking about? You know what stock footage is?
No, of course not.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, bye y'all.
All right.